Hey guys, it's Alex. Welcome back to the 13th part of my series called Airbnb v2.0. Basically, in the last video, we added a little bit of CSS to some little features. It was a really short tutorial, but in this tutorial, we are going to be creating these, I don't know, sliders. Although we're not going to be creating them as sliders. I'll explain mine a little bit, but before we begin, you can see here that I forgot to change the colors of this. So let me just refresh because I actually tested it out. So you're gonna change, it turns out that the color is AAA. So we're gonna navigate to nav search wrapper form input placeholder. You're gonna change instead of 666 to AAA. Okay. There we go. But now, when we type, it's still 666 or whatever it is. But we're also going to change this. And it's really, well, when I open it with Illustrator, I don't know if it's like this for you guys. Because I did send out the SVG to quite a few people that requested it, but nothing appears. And when I save this, it just disappears. So what you can do is you can go ahead and then open it with Atom, because vector graphics can also be created with well, I don't know, XHTML or whatever. And you're gonna go and write a new attribute called fill, and you're gonna say the color. So AAA. Let's refresh, and there we go. Right? Yeah. Okay, that looks pretty good. I'm gonna close this, and we're done. Okay. I'm not gonna be creating a slider because I did show you how you can create a slider already, and it's gonna be like way too long of a tutorial. But I think it was like the 7th or 8th part that I show you how to create a slider, so you can go ahead and copy it. It's really simple, but I don't think it's just worth it. So yeah, let's go ahead and create. So there's gonna be multiple of these, and so we're gonna be creating a class. We're gonna go ahead and say, write a new comment. Let's call it, oh, I don't know, actually, I don't know what to call it, like, display sliders. There we go. Display sliders. Then I'm gonna say div id equals display sliders wrapper. And then we're gonna say div class row, so that everything is in one column, as you can see here. And then, well, actually, let's start with this. So let's go down and say display sliders CSS, and then display sliders wrapper, position relative margin, width 100%, height auto, and then margin 0 auto, and let's say background color like yellow so you can see it. Background color yellow. Let's go to 2. Let's write something inside. Okay, there we go. Actually, we can add a little margin bottom. So let's say margin like 30 pixels. What? Did nothing happen? Margin 60 pixels. Okay, that looks good. Actually, let's do 45. Yeah, cool. And then we're basically gonna say, now we're gonna start creating the rows. So, I'm gonna say div class display slider div, and then div class equals, I don't know, like ds display slider div, and then number 1 div. We're gonna copy this, oops, paste it like this, number 2, number 3, number 4, and one last one. Oh, come on. Number 5. So what these 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 is 1, 2, 3, 4. This whole display slider is the whole wrapper, and then we're gonna add like an h3 class of ds title h3, and then what are we gonna say? Just booked. So let's go ahead and see what color that is. 484848. Font size 19 pixels. Okay, there we go. And let's say ds title. So dot ds title. Font size 19 pixels. Color 484848. Although didn't we define it here? Yeah, we did define it, so you don't need this. Okay, and then we're gonna say font weight. Let's see what we have. 300, 400, 700. Let's try 300. Let's try 400. Yeah, it is 400. Okay. To it, we're gonna say padding. I don't know, like padding what? Let's say padding 30, padding top is gonna be 30 pixels, and then padding bottom is gonna be 15 pixels. I'm gonna say 45 pixels, and then padding bottom 30 pixels. And then I'm just gonna remove this. There we go. Though that looks a little bit like too much. Let's add a background color so we can see how much it really is. So background color yellow. Okay. Let's go to, where was it? Search bar wrapper, margin bottom. I'm gonna remove this basically. Then let's remove the background color of yellow. Refresh. And that looks good. Okay, why I did that is, so basically padding top 45 pixels. So when you have a new one, it's gonna be 45 pixels here and, well, 30 pixels, although I think this is 30 pixels, but this is not 45. It should be like 60. Yeah, let's leave it like this. We can always change it, so it's not a huge problem. Although, I think I prefer 45, to be honest. We're gonna have to do it exactly the same at, Airbnb. What we're gonna do now is style the display slider. Yeah. Okay, so dot display slider. We're gonna say position relative with 100%. Height. Now here's something interesting. What the hell happened? What? Refresh. There's something interesting. I don't think we're gonna. What the? Oh, I know what happened. I accidentally moved my browser to the second monitor. There we go. What we're gonna do? Well, actually, the interesting part is I don't think I want to define a height for these divs, although we can. No, let's just do it. We're gonna define the height for each element and not for the whole row. Doesn't really matter, so we're gonna say height atom. And then let's say background color like yellow so we can see where it is. Yellow. And yes, div. We're gonna say position relative, display inline block. Width is gonna be we have 5, so it's gonna be 20%. Yeah. Let's see what kind of margin there's gonna be. I think this is like 15 pixels, so it's gonna be 15 pixels here, 15 pixels there. Wait, hold on. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, I need to remove this because I'm not really sure. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4. So it is well, 15. Hold on, I'm not really good with math. So it's 60. So 4 times 15 is 60. And we have to divide 60 by 5, which I think is 12. Yeah. So width calc 20% minus 12 pixels. Let's try this. There we go. And let's add like a border of 1 pixel solid 333. But now it's gonna overflow. Oh no, it didn't. Oh, okay. Then I must have a mistake. Oh, actually, we don't because it's margin 0, 12 pixels. But now what we want to do is .ds div first. Oh, actually, let's just say margin right 12 pixels. Then last of type margin right 0. Okay, now when we do border box sizing, everything is gonna change. What? What if we do 10, 11, and then 12 just doesn't seem to work? What if you remove the border? Because maybe the border is the problem. Oh god, this is so weird. 11.9, let's see how that works. 11.5. 11, I want it to be pixel perfect, so 11.4. 11.3. 11.2. 11.1. And 11, I guess. Okay. But there's still a margin, like a little margin. I'm gonna say, instead of border, I'm gonna say background color, like blue. Let's try 11.5 pixels now. 11.1 pixels, something. Nothing, I guess. Well, let's do then 11 minus. Wait, I think I know what the problem is. Actually, no, I don't. It's really weird because I actually thought the margin would be 15 pixels, but even 11 pixels is like a little bit weird. Wow, something is wrong with my math. Or I know what the problem is. Exactly. It's just by inline block, and it adds an automatic. Well, it adds automatically, a margin for some reason. So we have to do the opening and closing tag have to be on one row. So there's no margin. This, and then actually I forgot to do it here. Oops. Like this. Yes. Now let's try 12 pixels. Although it should work for 15. And boom, yes. Turns out I'm not bad at math. At least as bad as I thought. Okay, so let's try with the border again. So border, 1 pixel solid, 333. Yes, okay. But if we remove the box sizing, I think that it will break. Yeah, it does. So box sizing basically says that the border should be inside the padding and outside of the padding. But we don't need a border, so it really doesn't matter. I don't know. Let's say let's give it a height. Well, actually, calc I think requires WebKit and Moz. Yes. So with WebKit calc 20% minus 12 pixels. With Moz calc 20% minus 12 pixels. Okay. Then let's add little. Actually, I wanna something that I saw. I think I want to change this to 15 pixels. Or maybe 20, but not 30. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's a sweet spot. Let's say text on sender. Okay. Then I'm gonna remove the background color of yellow, and I'm gonna say, well, first let's define a height of like 60 pixels. I don't know, but let's say background color hashtag FFF or pound sign, not hashtag. What? Red. That's not a height of 60 pixels. What's that? 120. What? Okay. Let me just try something out. 15. Let's add only 4 elements. And then we're gonna say here 50 pixels. Because it's gonna be divided by 4. And it's gonna be 25%, not 20. Then let's give this a background color of yellow to see if it's working properly. No. Origin. So I want 15 pixels. 15. Oh yeah, 15 by 4. Oh, 15 by 4 is okay. But actually we need to do it by 3. So 45. And 45 divided by 4 is 11.25. So 11.25 pixels. 11.25 pixels. 11.25 pixels. There we go. Cool. Let's try getting it this. And is the background color FF? It can't be FFF, dude. It can't be white. It's not white. It's. Oh, you don't have a defined background color. Yeah, it is. I guess it is white then. I thought it was like something else, but I guess not. 333. Okay. Let's give it a height of 250 pixels. I don't know. 220 pixels. Then you can see how it kind of automatically adjusts. But we're gonna add media queries, obviously. Let's just change it to 200. No need for 220. There we go. Okay, let me see how. Let me just check something out. Okay. Should we add a background image or should we just leave it like this? Because it's really no problem. Let's toggle it, target it. well, I mean, actually it's not in a p tag, so we can't. So we're gonna say color FFF and then font size like 22 pixels. Okay, and then let's just say like padding. I mean, okay, padding top. Well, oh my god. Well, let's wrap this around in a P. Paragraph tag. P/B. There we go. And then I'm just gonna copy this. Yes, div P. And margin top 15 pixels. I'll try 26 pixels of a font size. 30 pixels maybe here. Yeah, okay, so let's copy this. So the next one is experiences. So we're gonna copy this whole thing. So we're just gonna say here just booked. And here we're gonna say experiences. It's how you spell experiences, right? Experiences. Yeah, I think I do. I think I did spell it right. The problem is that I have a little, well, maybe a slight case of dyslexia, and this is a true story, so I can't really follow each letter. It's really a minor problem, but you know, it's still, I still have it, so it's still there, still affects me. Experiences, homes, and then I'm not, well, you can always add a paragraph tag under each div. It's absolutely no problem. So we're not going to be doing that, but you can, you know, here, and then you can also add stars, whatever you want. I'm just showing you the basics. Experiences, let's do one more, homes. So, homes. Okay. Just bugged experiences, homes, and that's gonna be it. And we're gonna create this hosting opens up a world of opportunity in the next video. It's gonna be really easy to do. And then we're only gonna be adding the footer. And from then we're gonna be creating the whole website responsive. So hopefully maximum about 3 or 4 more tutorials and we're gonna be finished. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this tutorial. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to hit that like button, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.